It's
Oh,
fun. I love hunting
and
for them. It's definitely a lot easier
yeah,
nowadays
yeah.
than it was, just
hmm
because of how popular rubber ducks have become.
This is Grounded in Granite, where every person and every place has a story to tell. I'm Jason Schreiber. Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's episode of Grounded in Granite. I have traveled to Pembroke, New Hampshire. I'm at the Creative Duckling. It's a children's art and activity studio, and I am joined by the owner, Anita Wolcott. So she is the owner of the studio, and she is the owner of 2,266 rubber ducks, which you can see behind us, this massive collection of ducks. So I just have to hear all about how this collection started. This rubber duck collection is just the largest, I guess, I've ever seen. Anita, kind of start by
Yeah.
explaining how you got started with all these ducks.
It's probably the largest that a lot of
Uh,
people have seen.
yeah.
It's definitely not the largest in the world.
Oh,
I
okay.
do not have the world record or anything
Oh,
like
I was
that.
curious about that, actually.
Yeah, so
So,
that is
okay.
actually held by a woman called named Charlotte Lee.
Okay.
The last time they counted her collection, I believe, was back in like 2011, and she was close to 6,000. Yeah.
6,000. Do you have, I mean,
Goodness.
plans to like, are you still collecting them? Yeah.
100%.
Okay.
Yep,
All
I
right.
just
So,
added, I think, 15 to the wall this morning. So,
really? Okay.
yeah.
Well, so yeah, so explain how it started.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
So, I was an executive assistant to at a local mortgage company,
okay.
and we would do employee appreciation days, and those were all themed. So, if it was Western or casino or mermaids or whatever,
Okay.
um, I would do like little rubber ducks in their
Okay.
like goodie
Yeah.
baskets that everybody would get. And after you do that for 6, 7 years, you start getting a small
Yeah.
collection on your desk. And then it just got to the point where like people were like, here's a duck. Oh, you don't have this one here. Oh, I found this one. You can have it. And then it got to the point where I was saying that. Oh, I don't have that one. I'm going to grab it. Oh, there's a claw machine. $1? Absolutely. So I
Oh,
would
so this became an
it
addiction, an
an
obsession.
obsession. It's
Oh,
it's
oh,
fun.
yeah.
I love hunting
And
for them. It's definitely a lot easier
yeah.
nowadays than it was, just
hmm
because of how popular rubber ducks have become. But yeah, I've been collecting for probably about 8, 9 years or so.
And they're all different. I mean, they're all different
Correct.
sizes.
On the
But,
wall, they are all unique.
hmm,
There are no duplicates per se. Like, it might be the same style, but it would be
hmm.
a different color. Or it might be the same color, but a different style or a different size. So they're all unique on the wall.
So where do you find them? Like how
You
just
can really, like I
I,
mentioned, nowadays you can find them just about anywhere.
yeah.
Any of the big box stores have them. There are stores that are dedicated to rubber ducks. There's one actually in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, that sells rubber ducks. Yep.
Oh. Huh. I'll
Um,
have to check that place out. We'll have a future episode.
yeah,
Okay.
they sell a lot of the name brands. So there are name brand rubber ducks called Celebra ducks
Mhm.
and Tubbs ducks. Um, the Celebra ducks are the ones that you can get in the likeness of celebrities or the licensed characters,
Mhm.
things like that. I do have a little collection of those going on.
So, do you know anyone else who has a collection here in New Hampshire that's anything close to what you have here?
Not that I'm aware of. So
Um,
because Duck Duck Jeep is huge in the world, honestly, and that's been going on since the pandemic. Um, a lot of the Jeep owners have pretty sizable collections, whether they're on their dashes or whether they're in their homes. But I'm not
but they
aware
don't.
of, yeah, I'm
It's
not
you
aware of
can't put
anyone.
this many ducks in your Jeep, so you've
No.
got them beat. And yeah, I mean, I just it's crazy. So
Mhm.
your studio has been here for how
Yep.
long?
Been open for about a year and a half.
Okay.
So if you come in with the kiddos, you can see the collection of rubber ducks on the wall. We do have a retail section
Hmm.
of rubber ducks and rubber duck novelties, like pens and notebooks, and I've got some like brick figures that you can put together, a bunch of different things that you could purchase. But when the kiddos come in, we just get messy. We have fun. There's nothing really like this in the state of New Hampshire either. There's a lot of fine art stuff for the kiddos.
What do they do for people who don't know exactly what
we
kind of
do
masterpieces
so
these
much
kids are
stuff.
making?
For the littles, we normally do tempera on canvas, and I give them things from around the house that they can paint with. So monster trucks and toothbrushes and potato mashers. It's really about them getting their hands dirty and getting whatever they see in their head down onto that canvas. It's really hard for the parents to kind of step back and let them just go at it. At some point in the creation, the parent will be like, "Oh, it's beautiful, it's beautiful." And I'll be like, "Nope, let them go, let them go."
Yeah.
And you're bringing home a green blob, but that green blob is what they saw in their head, and that's what they love.
And they had fun doing it.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so we do painting.
Yeah.
So the tempera on canvas. For the older kiddos, I have some ceramics that they can paint with acrylic. We can do sand art bottles. Got some beaded jewelry.
What are the age ranges of the kids that
Anywhere
come
from under 1 to 16, 17. My favorite
16 or 17?
Yeah, I had a couple of teenagers in the other day. Then they sat out back and painted ceramics and beaded pens.
It's a good stress relief.
It really
at that
is.
Point.
Yeah,
you kind of have some young, adult stress.
So one of my favorite groups was I had a birthday party for a 67-year-old. Yep.
Oh my god!
So we host birthday parties here.
That's
for
cool.
the most part.
I would have
kids.
a blast here.
But she was looking for a place where her children and her grandkids could all come and have fun. So they all sat and painted ceramics. And then as the kiddos were done, they went and did all the other things in the studio. So we have kinetic sand, we've got magnet tiles, we've got a spray station, which is basically a pop-up tent that has clear walls, and you just get to spray the walls with water bottles filled with paint.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, there's all kinds of fun things in the studio.
So what do the kids think of these ducks when they come in and see them for the first time? I mean,
usually the first question is, "Can we buy those?" I'm like, "Not those, buddy. Sorry."
Right.
But it's up to your adult at the end if you can get something off the wall there.
And then they want to play. Do they want to play with them?
So I do have some rubber ducks in the dry sensory bin. So it's just a container, a pretty large container filled with dried beans, where the kids get to practice some of their fine motor skills by scooping and pinching and dumping and scooping, like all fine things.
Okay.
So I do put some rubber ducks in there so they get to play.
But these
with them
ones
a little
here, these are just for on display,
are display
to enjoy.
only,
And
yeah. I do have some ceramic ducks that you can paint for the ceramics.
So did you grow up loving rubber ducks, or
no? Like I said, I really have only been collecting for like 8 years or so.
It's not.
It's kind of it's grown. My license plate is rubber duck. That's typically the first thing that one of the adults ask me is, "Do you own a Jeep?" I'm like, "Nope, I don't own a Jeep." Like, "You need to get a Jeep." I'm like, "I don't want to get a Jeep." But Duck Jeep is a thing, and it's been around since the pandemic. So.
Yeah. And so how many, like each year, how many would you say you add to your collection?
Oh, goodness.
Like, do you know?
I honestly don't know. It really depends.
Hundreds?
Oh, hundreds. Easy. Hundreds.
And
year.
So you're just going to keep adding?
Yep.
Now you'll be out of. Well, no, you still have room. You could raise this up a few more shelves, I suppose.
A lot of the rows are only 2 deep, like 2 rubber duck deep, and I could go a third row deep. So I've got some room.
You have some with hair here that I've never seen. Are those
the troll ducks? Yeah.
The troll ducks.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know if you can. We'll get it. We'll get some up there so you can see.
Yeah, you can kind of see them.
Yeah. So you have some favorites.
I do have some favorites.
Let's see what you have for a favorite. So
my absolute favorite is this one right here.
So Santa.
Yep.
Duck.
So this is one of those celebra ducks that I was talking about. He's from 2001.
Okay.
A friend of mine gave that to me for Christmas. Her and her friends do a lot of antiquing and going to like rummage sales and stuff like that.
Is that where they got that?
Yep, that's where she got that one. And then
so what is it about? You just
I don't know. He's just my favorite.
Yeah.
And then I think This one is probably my oldest. Again, this one was
Uh,
found by a friend of mine who owns, a
It
vintage
is an
shop.
old one. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's no year.
nope, he's not
Okay.
imprinted, but a Google search is around 1975.
Wow. And I was born in
Yep.
74. So that's pretty good. This is what they probably looked like when I was born. Although I never, yeah,
You don't remember
I
rubber
wasn't a, no, and
ducks?
I wasn't a rubber duck collector, um, but it's cool to see them here. No,
Yep,
what else?
I have 2 others.
Two other cool ones. Well,
So,
they're all cool, but I mean, what?
Bath& and Body Works,
Uh,
they're honestly, they're
so they're in on it too?
yeah, and it has been for a while.
Uh,
What is the word I'm looking for? Their mascot is a rubber duck. So this is one of the older ones from Bath and Body Works from 2010.
okay.
So he's from 2010.
Wow.
And then the
It's
other
kind
one I grabbed
oh,
was this one. So a friend of mine went over to Amsterdam, and one
oh.
of the more popular rubber duck stores is over there. So it's from the Amsterdam rubber duck store. So
So that's cool.
that's
Oh
why
my
that one
gosh.
was kind of special to me.
Wow.
But
Wow. Do they, so when the kids come and they're, they're kind of looking, do they ask many questions about
the
them, or they just
kids
like
don't
think
really. The
it's
adults
the
do.
adults?
Really, it's the adults. The
Which
kids
is
are
why I'm here,
playing.
because
Yep.
I'm curious
The
about it.
kids are playing, and the
They're
adults are
just
like,
doing all
"Oh,
their,
do you have one like this? Do you have one like that? Do you have one like this?"
yeah.
And I'll point them out. They're like, "You really do have one of everything." I'm like, kinda, but not
Yeah.
really.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and they're not, I assume for the most part, these are not I mean, are there some
No.
that are that you have
I
here that
have
are
I
kind of
have
on the pricey side?
2 that are on the pricey side. They're Swarovski crystals, rubber
Oh,
duck. Well, they're not rubber, obviously,
but
but
they're okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 Those are high up and definitely out of reach of the kiddos' hands, but
Yeah, we don't want that. Um, and now you have kids.
I
Of
do. I have
your
3 adult children.
3 adult
Yep.
children. Okay. What do they think of what mom's doing?
They're more concerned about what's gonna happen to them when I'm gone.
That's a legitimate concern.
Yep.
They don't wanna end up with all
No,
these? It's not
I
their
basically
thing?
told them, "Take whatever you wanna take and then donate the rest to the rubber duck museum." So
Yeah.
there's actually a rubber duck
There is a
museum.
museum?
Yep. It used to be in Washington State,
Okay.
and it actually moved across the border into Canada, late
Oh.
last year.
Oh,
They don't
jeez.
have a collection like this.
Mhm.
They have a more curated collection of about 40 or 50, like, vintage
Mm.
rubber ducks on display, as well as a retail section of, like,
Mm.
some of those, like, celebra ducks and tubs ducks that I was talking
Okay.
about earlier.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you found yourself like researching rubber duck history since you
A
started
little
this? I mean,
bit
I can see how
because
that could happen.
people ask about it, and
Yeah.
I wanna make sure that I'm as knowledgeable as possible,
Yeah.
especially, about Duck Duck Jeep, the cruisin' duck phenomenon where people have you heard of that one yet?
No.
No.
What's
So
that?
people bring rubber ducks onto their cruises and hide them throughout the cruise ships. And they have little tags on them that say like what port they sailed out of, when they
Oh
sailed
boy.
out. Yep. And so it's a game for a
Oh.
lot of the kids and the
Yeah.
adults to find rubber ducks hidden
Hmm.
on cruise ships.
Huh.
Yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
that
Okay.
started back in 2018.
2018.
Um,
Okay. Wow. Now I see Hot Wheel ducks. What are those?
yep.
What's that? Are those,
They're
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 just
they're
Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels had ducks,
Okay.
what are they called? Rollin' ducks, I think.
Okay.
Uh, um,
Just looking around
yeah,
and
just
being
looking around,
amazed
they're everywhere.
at
There's
all of
Hot
the,
Wheels ones. My dad actually just gave me 2, they're not vintage yet, but they're getting there, Pez
oh yeah.
dispensers that are rubber
Yeah.
ducks.
Yeah.
So I've added those to the wall. Um,
Do you kinda now, have you ever sort of like, very selective in what you
no.
take, or you just take
Nope, if I find it and I know that I don't have it and it's not ridiculously expensive,
Hmm.
I'll grab it and add it to the wall. So a lot of the big box stores, they change them out every season, so I'll pop in and see if
Mm,
I can get a full set.
mm.
A lot of my friends will find them and bring them over. I got a lot for Christmas. A lot of them were duplicates. I felt kind of bad,
Oh, gee.
but they understood,
Yeah.
obviously. So I
Yeah.
went and I just did even exchanges for ones that I didn't have and
Hmm.
added them
Hmm.
to the wall.
So you have no plans to try to go for a Guinness
No,
World
I
Record.
don't think I would get there.
You don't.
No, unless people start dropping off rubber ducks that they don't want and or need anymore.
Because you're well on your way. I mean, why I would think, I mean, it's
I'm
taken
not
you,
even halfway there.
yeah, but
And that's
uh,
her recorded number. I can only imagine what she's got now.
now, as far as the studio, do you
Mhm.
have, so you've been here a year and a half, but you started out, you wasn't
Yes.
here. You
Nope,
started with a similar concept
I
and
did.
Concord,
Yeah,
you
about
said?
11 years ago, I opened up it was called No Brushes Allowed. So, it started at my house, just letting my kids just go hog wild with shaving cream and paint. I let my daughter fill miniature Easter eggs with
Mm,
paint, and we threw them at the wall, and I was like, "Parents don't let their kids do this enough." I'm like, "What if I created a space where they could come and just get messy and play all the things that their parents don't let them do?"
okay.
So I
Yeah.
did that.
Right.
I opened that. I was open for about a year, but I was a single mom
Mm,
working a full-time job. The kiddos were like, I don't know, 10, 12, and 15 at that point, and, people wanted me open during school vacations and over the summer, and I just couldn't take time off of my full-time job to do it. I hosted over 100 birthday parties in that one-year span, which was pretty cool.
mm, mm,
So I promised myself when my kids were grown and flown, I would do it again. And that time came. The adult children are now 20, 22, and 25. No, older than that. Oh, goodness. 20, 23, and 26.
okay.
There we go.
Get,
Um,
get those right.
I know.
You'll hear from them.
Um, so yeah,
Yeah.
I promised them
So,
and myself, and I was in a corporate job and was like, I can't do this anymore. I can't sit behind a desk anymore. So it's like, let's do it. And if
mm,
it doesn't work, then I'll just
mm.
close up shop. But at least I tried.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. But now you've got your shop here. You've been
Yep. Yep. Been
having fun
having
with it.
fun,
Yeah.
hosting a lot of
Do
birthday parties, which are great.
So it's popular for,
Yep.
so you have just sort of an open studio
Yep.
times when anyone can come, and then people can schedule
Correct. So we
birthdays
have
and
open
stuff.
studio time like during the week and on
Mhm,
weekends if I don't have a birthday party. We also do an after school craft club. We do some summer programming, some special events here and there. If there's like a holiday, we might do a special project.
mhm.
Trying to do a few adult classes. Definitely not
Mm,
like I mentioned that fine art type of stuff. There's
yeah.
plenty of places out there to do that. But the something that's a little bit less expensive for,
Mhm.
like, 15 bucks, come hang out with a couple of
Yeah, so
friends.
you don't have to have artistic,
No,
skills
no.
to you just this is just come and have
Yeah,
fun
things
and
like
yeah.
decoupage and,
Mm,
sand art and
mm,
paint pouring, things like
mm,
that.
mm. What do you enjoy most about the duck collection and then running this studio? I
Hmm.
don't know. I mean, it's probably fun getting all the questions and just
Yes.
because it
I
is
like
so
talking
unique.
to people about them is fun.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
but I think my favorite is when someone brings me in a duck
mm,
and says, "Here, like,
yeah,
I thought of you." And I have a few
yeah.
on the wall that I didn't have, which is great because normally the ones they'll bring me in are the more unique ones that they've
Hmm.
found. That's fun.
Mm. So word has got out that you've got all these
Yes, a little bit.
ducks a little bit, so
Yeah.
people will come and
Mhm. Especially if they've
is
been in the studio before.
mm.
Um
And maybe people who don't know you might show up with a duck, or they've been in the
No, they've
studio,
been
so
typically,
they
they've
know.
been in the
Yeah.
studio before, yeah.
Mm, mm.
Yep.
Okay. And you don't ever put out a call for, "I need more ducks." Like, I mean,
I'm
you don't, I mean, this space is full, so, but yeah, you're
every
not.
once in a while, like, the
If
ones
you,
that I would really love to get are the ones with logos on them. So, like,
oh,
anything from,
like,
like, a business that might have gotten, like, promotional
oh,
rubber
yeah.
ducks to hand
Okay.
out to customers. So I have a couple that are, like, I've got one from Merrimack County Savings Bank. Actually, I think I've got 2 from them,
Hmm.
one from Rebath. Um got some from the mortgage company that I used to work for because I bought rubber ducks
Yeah.
for the company with the company logo on it.
Yeah.
So getting the logoed ones, those are fun because you can't buy those in store.
No, definitely not.
So I've got some that are icy.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
Slurpees.
That's cool.
Yeah, there's really something for everyone.
I you
I've
need
got
a
just a
huge one. You don't have you need like one
So
like a massive.
I don't have a massive one like that. However, right
I'm
above
pic-
me, there's a 6-foot inflatable duck
Oh, I
costume.
see him.
Yeah, so there's a duck costume up there.
Okay.
Um,
Because you could hang them from the ceiling here.
I
I'm
could.
getting ideas
I
for this
could.
place.
I just bought some battery-powered lights that I'm gonna hang up somewhere. It's
That are
just one
ducks.
string of lights, yeah, that'll hang up somewhere.
What do you hope people take away from their experience coming to the Creative Duckling? I mean,
I hope they have fun,
have fun. That's
obviously.
what it's all about. We all need fun in our lives.
Thinking of ways to go outside of the box when it comes to letting their kids play and what to play with. The spray station is huge. They're like, this is amazing. The kids will spend 10, 15 minutes just
That
spraying the
sounds
walls
like
in
a
there.
blast.
And
Yeah.
then I'm able to let the parents know of other ways that they can do the same things at home. So instead of paint, do water and food coloring in water bottles and let them spray in the snow
Yeah.
or stick them in the shower with a water bottle. And that's really great for their grip strength. So most of the activities that we have out in the studio really help them to refine all of those fine motor skills that they'll need to go into writing and to going into all of, that pincer grasp and crossing the midline. I know it sounds weird talking about things like that, but it is. Like when we do the paint panels, those are just big pieces of black plexiglass that I just squeeze a lot of paint on. The kids get their hands so messy. They look like little minions when they're done. But they're practicing their writing skills and
So they're having fun and they don't realize they're learning while they're having fun. And that's cool.
For the littles, like I'll draw in it for them. I'm like, what shape is that? And, do shape recognition or, let's do a letter M for your name. And we have a lot of fun. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, Anita, thank you so much for sitting down. And it looks like you've got all of your ducks in a row.
Well, I don't know
I just had to say it. I know. So no,
they're in a couple of different rows.
They're in many rows. Yeah, so it's a cool place. So definitely come and check it out. I would highly recommend it. So it was fun. All right. Well, thank you again. Until next time, remember, every person and every place has a story to tell. We'll see you soon. Thanks for tuning in to Grounded in Granite, where we celebrate the people, places, and stories that make New Hampshire home. If you've enjoyed today's episode, make sure to follow Grounded in Granite on Facebook, X, TikTok, and Instagram for behind-the-scenes clips, photos, and more. Subscribe to the Grounded in Granite YouTube channel to catch full video episodes. You can also find Grounded in Granite on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and iHeart. Until next time, stay curious, stay connected, and stay grounded in granite.